Do you think he made a joke about Drake, it'll be the same reaction?
Say again.
You say what?
If he made a joke about Drake like that.
I've made a
Nobody
joke
would
about
give a fuck.
Drake.
Yeah, nobody would have given.
And here's the
Nobody would
thing.
Because he's half white, right?
Nobody would give a fuck.
I mean, listen, you're bringing up the point that I think none of us really want to say because I think it
white boy
undermines the
humor.
whole conversation. But yeah, I think within every conversation, there's always a racial component. And I think racial components, they don't define the conversation, but they definitely like add more of a spotlight to it. And I think if I was saying this about like a white rapper or like a white rock star, like a white actor or somebody, I don't think it's as big a story.
Yeah.
I don't think anybody really cares.
Well, I think it's two things. Well, yeah, I don't disagree with that. I think it's two things, too. Kendrick is very beloved. And you're talking about a guy...
As he should be. He's incredibly accomplished.
He's
like,
the world heavyweight champion of hip-hop.
I don't know if I would say heavyweight.
Easily.
There's like a lightweight. Or, I think bantamweight.
He got all about...
You serving it up,
He really
bro.
is. It's almost like we do this.
Whatever you say, Kendrick got all the belts this year.
Yes, he does.
This is his time. This is his moment.
He's had
which
a
is wild
fantastic
because
year.
he's been, like we talked about last week, he's been doing it 15 plus years. So it's like he's the guy. It's not even close. So when you have a guy who's had the banner year that he's had, and you coming at him in that way, yes, the story is
No,
going to
I'm
be
responding to
magnified.
him. I'm responding to him. None of this happens if Kendrick doesn't talk about me or my friends. None of it. If he doesn't talk about me,
guys are not your friends.
that guy's my friend.
He wasn't talking
That
about
guy's
him.
my friend.
Alex, stop owning this.
I'm not.
That guy's my
I don't even know what y'all talking about.
But it's exactly, it's just like, you can't be upset at the response. Just like you said, it's like,
the same way we watch clips, I believe Kendrick was responding to one clip,
Yes.
and that was that one clip.
Yes.
He was responding to everybody that was involved in that one clip.
And I'm sure Kendrick-
Now, there was 3 black men sitting on that couch. Okay?
This guy is.
Charlamagne the God was not one of them.
but you know what? He said the dudes that are friends with him.
Yep.
He didn't
And
say
you're
that.
my friend. He did. Look at the
he
lyrics
did.
of the song.
Yes, he did.
100%.
Did not
That's
say
why
that.
people are coming for you.
I don't. By the way, I'm gonna be honest. I don't give a fuck.
Fuck that
There's
shit.
nobody who gives a fuck less than me. I don't give a fuck. I love
Fuck
Kendrick.
that shit.
I've always loved Kendrick shit. I fuck with him. Like I just don't. I just want everybody.
I like his music. I like his music.
I just want everybody to be able to deal with the consequences of their actions. That's it.
So what
And-
you're
and-
saying
and-
is if Kendrick brings somebody up, he should expect a response.
Yes.
My suspicion is he just won't talk about comedians anymore. That's my suspicion. It's just not worth it.
Nah, I doubt that. I think he.
That's my suspicion.
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what's on. I don't know. I can't ever say what's on somebody's mind. I don't know.
I just don't think it will be worth it for him. Like,
What do you
what's the benefit of it?
What do you mean?
Like, what could he possibly say now? Besides, like, no, you won't.
Oh, you could go deeper. I mean, you got to think because you gave.
I knew it.
You gave.
Yo, this guy. I know.
No, I'm saying you no, because you gave
11 years of this, bro.
Because there was people that were talking about the historical context. And
Oh
they
my
were talking
God!
about the
How
buck
fast
breaking.
they went to slavery was crazy. Like,
But you
get
didn't.
the
But
fuck
I
outta
know
here.
you didn't know that though.
What's that?
You didn't know that.
What buck breaking was?
Yeah.
Of course, I didn't know what buck breaking is. None of us knew what buck breaking
Yes, we
was.
did. Absolutely.
Man, get the fuck out of here,
I follow
Charlamagne.
Tariq Nasheed. Don't disrespect me like that. I follow Tariq Nasheed. Of course I know what the fuck buck breaking is.
Yo, it's gay to even know that. You gonna read a whole book about buck breaking, bro? The whole book about it?
Nah, but that's one of the things they used to do. Like it was that and they would tie the horses to the strongest black man's limbs and have the horses and run in different directions. So those two things were like two of the most heinous things they would do to get everybody in line.
I don't know anything about buck breaking, bro. I've never read about it. Never heard about it. This is the first time I ever heard about it. And it was fast. It was quick.
And
Immediately
and in
racism.
different terms, because there's buck breaking in the context that
I'm the
they're
racist.
talking about.
I'm the
But
Kendrick's line is specifically giving different rules for white people than everybody else, and somehow I'm the racist. This is crazy. You see how he's always the victim?
It's not Kendrick. It's not Kendrick. It's not on Kendrick. You can't put this on Kendrick. It's the people that love him. But there's two types of buck breaking.
Yeah.
It's the kind that they're talking about that you said to Kendrick.
Yeah.
And then there's
when you
the
make change
kind
for $1.
that hillbillies when they fuck deers in the woods.
That's fire too.
You never heard about that?
I'm Scottish, so my family fucks sheep.
Oh, okay, yeah. This is when they fuck deers. You know the big bucks? Yeah. They fuck this.
How do you know it's consensual with sheep?
With sheep?
Yeah. Like, how do you know a sheep wants it?
I don't know, Andrew. How? Tell us.
I don't know. I never
I
fucked
thought
a
you had a
sheep, dude.
punchline. No, you know what I'm saying? I thought there was a punchline.
Nah,
I thought
dude,
you were going to
I
say because they asked for it.
I don't have sex with
They
animals,
said, hey,
dude.
I want it bad. I don't know. I thought you... I don't know.
Whoa, dude. You can't make jokes about farm animals, dude. That's crazy. Hey, dude, what are you doing over here? This is insane.
By the way, whatever, man. I don't
No, talk your shit.
We're just podding, baby.
How about
just fucking podding.
How about this rule? We can make fun of whatever we want. We can joke about whatever we want.
But you got to deal with the consequences of it.
I think this is a better version of it. I think this is a better version of that. But people are allowed to be offended. They're allowed to be hurt. They're allowed to just not find it funny. I was telling motherfuckers, I find way more shit less funny than most people. I'm a comedian. It's like being a rapper or like being a rock musician or a radio host. I bet there are far more radio hosts that you find not that enjoyable because you're in it. You know it. You know the goofy little tricks that they do, etc. So there's so much comedy that I'm like, ugh, I'm offended by it because it sucks. But that doesn't mean that they shouldn't do it.
I can tell you my two favorite comedians right now.
Go.
And when I say comedians, I'm talking about people that I enjoy seeing on stage and people that I enjoy hearing on podcasts because there are it's all of it now. It's all encompassing if you ask me.
For sure.
My two favorite are Andrew Schulz and Corey Holcomb.
Yo, Corey
And you know why?
is a
Because
legend.
neither one of them give a fuck.
That's
Bro,
And they're unapologetic in not giving a fuck. You don't gotta agree with everything that they say. You don't gotta agree with everything that they do. You gonna listen to it sometime and your mouth gonna drop open.
Yeah.
You gonna listen to it sometime and you gonna be pissed off. You gonna listen to it sometime and you gonna laugh. But one thing that is consistent in both of them is neither one of them give a flying fuck. Corey Holcomb, Andrew Schulz are the two people that I enjoy listening to the most when it comes to comedy. Right now, at this moment in time, whatever.
if you don't know Corey,
you need to go check him out.
just
5150
Google
show.
it. YouTube. If you want to see some of the best written jokes ever.
And listen, Corey goes at people that I love. Corey goes at people that are my family. But
I can't speak on that. I can't speak on that. I can only speak on it as a comedian.
Yeah.
And he was one of the guys. Like I remember seeing Corey Holcomb at Eastville Comedy Club, and he was doing like a one-nighter. He was just in the city, and I remember going up to him as like a young comic and be like, "Dude, you're the fucking GOAT. You are like." I would just watch his videos. It was like unbelievable, and because he didn't give a fuck. And I would watch crowds at first be like, what the hell's going on? And he'd slowly break them, and then just win everybody over. It was truly amazing.
Corey Holcomb on stage in Jersey years ago, man. Corey Holcomb told the crowd, Corey Holcomb said, man, you know they got that shit. They got that shit called vaginal rejuvenation cream, lady. That vaginal rejuvenation cream, that shit'll have your pussy back the way it was before your uncle put his finger in it. And then he took off running. Like, he just took off running. Like, and the crowd was like, it was like a, and then it was laughter.
Yeah.
And then you had some people who walked out.
Yeah.
Because that's what happens.
But all the people I looked up to growing up were totally fine with people walking out the shows.
Bro, I've been, you know how many Paul Mooney, God bless the dead, you know how many Paul Mooney shows I've been to?
Paul Mooney.
I used to be at Caroline's Comedy Club because Wendy used to do her Caroline's on Broadway night. Paul used to come in there before. White people would walk out of Paul Mooney shows.
White people,
come on, man.
Bro, it was wild.
Bro.
But
come on, man.
again, he has the right to do it. He has the right to make the jokes. And Paul's a funny motherfucker. I mean, Patrice O'Neal was fine with 20% of the room walking out.
I saw this week. I saw a lot of people bringing up Patrice. I haven't seen the jokes they were talking about, but they were talking about non-consensual sex jokes that Patrice used to make. Yeah.
Of course. I mean, look, it's not only Patrice. Like, think about it. Every comedian, like every great comedian has had this kind of controversy. I mean, there are comedians that got arrested for saying shit. It looks like nothing now, but like just saying curse words. You know, like it was great. These things have happened. So it's not abnormal that people react poorly to jokes or are really offended by jokes. That's not abnormal. You know, it's, I think, quite hilarious that right on the back of this rap beef where one guy's calling another guy a pedophile, that now all of a sudden everybody has like moral standards for art.
Well, the reason I think,
it's still a very common thing in comedy, and that's why it's not really like, I'm not really fazed by it because I'm used to people doing this.
I just think comedians should be careful And the reason I say comedians should be careful is because your joke can be taken as offensive too, regardless of what it is. Like this
Yeah.
can happen to a comedian like that. You know what I'm saying? Like in a heartbeat. That's why even for just freedom of speech purposes, I reserve the right.
Solid.
I think everybody has the right to say what it is they want to say, but you're not free from the consequences.
My earlier part of my career, like I got punched on stage, I got people waiting for me outside of shows, I got to tussle with. Like it's not like
What was the joke that you got punched over? Talk to me.
I was just talking to some Puerto Rican guy in the front, and like I wasn't funny yet, and I'm in Harlem, and I'm at Smokey's room, Mocha Lounge.
Smokey.
Shout out Smokey, and it's just I get it. It's this white dude walking into your neighborhood trying to like clown you, whatever. He just walks up to me. I remember he pops me. They grab him, they throw him out. I remember Smokey handing me back the mic, and he's like, all right, bro, keep doing your thing. I'm like, what? After I just got punched in the I got to keep doing my thing. And I did it.
And the only difference between that situation and now, people love Kendrick so much when you get punched, they're not going to grab the guy.
I feel like you're speaking things into existence. We need to look into the taxes.
No,
we need to look into the taxes, guys. It's the taxes. Everybody better pay their taxes, bro. Because you can't write everything off. But we're going to look into those meals. We're going to look into the wheels. We're going to look into planes. You can't write it all off.
I'm a guy. I say this all the time. The reason I don't respect a lot of these new media folks is because they never got punched in the face.
Bro,
It's so cute to be sitting in the comfort of your own home saying whatever you want to say. It's so cute to get on your YouTube show or your podcast show and say whatever you want to say. I respect the people who, when that person is in front of your face, you say it to them. And if somebody's downstairs waiting on you, it happens. I'm on video. Go look at it. Can I get a drop? And that's just the ones y'all see.
It was trending.
Charlamagne, when I made the first Meek Mill joke that I made with the Diddy situation was in Philly. I'm always gonna say it there. Like every time when I go to the Middle East and I make fun of Abu Dhabi and the people there, it's to the people there. That's what makes it good.
That's why we got to do. I've had it.
I go around the world making fun of people. It's what I do.
But I know this.
Yeah.
7 years ago.
Yeah.
I came to you with an idea for a special.
We'll get there.
That I still want to do.
Well, let's see if I'm alive.
It's a really good.
Let's see if I'm alive.
If we're gonna burn it down, let's burn it the fuck down. This is what frustrates me the most about any of this. It's like, I know my people. I know who's around me. I know what they do.
Yes.
I know what they're about. So it's like, y'all ain't saying nothing.
This is
Y'all not saying nothing.
This is what I.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
You're not saying nothing. He's an asshole. We know.
And you're allowed to be offended by, like, I don't fault Matt. I don't fault there's a little part of me that's disappointed with DL just because he's a comedy OG and you would think that he would see things from my perspective a little bit more. But like, I don't even fault them for having their perspective on it.
I thought Matt was fair. He didn't understand the context of the video.
If he got the timeline right,
everything else he said was fair though.
But
because he said comedy is comedy.
Exactly.
And you got the right to make these jokes.
I didn't think him saying I was cloud chasing is fair because I'm responding to somebody that's talking about me.
But you got but
like you can't talk about me and I'm cloud chasing. Like if anybody's cloud chasing, it's Kendrick.
No. But I'll tell you why. Because I keep telling you it's perspective, right? People don't know. They really don't know how big you are. That's just the reality of the situation.
I agree.
They don't know you selling out the Garden 2 times. They don't know you selling out the Forum 2 times. They don't know you all around the world selling out these arenas. They don't realize that. So to them, you're just some run-of-the-mill comic who they may see on Brilliant Idiots
or they'll see a clip of it on the internet. They don't realize I'm playing every arena in the fucking world.
That's right.
So again,
you don't need to do this.
But that's the reason why it's a big story. If I wasn't a comic that had some like whatever status, then it wouldn't be a big story. But again,
Gary tried.
No, shout out Gary.
I love Gary.
I thought his response was really funny. I thought it was really funny.
Nobody cared.
Right.
Because it's just not the same. I mean it, Gary knows I love him.
No, of course. I love Gary.
I love Gary.
I think they just knew it wasn't about Gary.
And Gary doesn't have a Netflix special. You have one and another one on the way.
Yeah.
They're not caring about Gary's response like that.
Yeah.
Gary's response came and it went.
I think if it was about Gary, then it would have been. Then it would have been. But I also don't think.
Okay, maybe.
I don't think that he would. I don't think he's done anything that had warranted it. But I think you're right. It's just I just don't think they knew who I was, and probably a lot of people just don't, and that's okay too. And if you don't know who I am or my brand of comedy, and you're just listening to a clip of a podcast or like a clip of some random show, like, and you have a poor reaction to it, I get it. It's just imagine somebody took.
I wonder what Gary thinks. I haven't seen Gary respond to this yet. I wonder what he thinks. I watch Gary's podcast too. I like Gary's podcast.
Man, if he's thinking anything, he's seeing the reception he got. He's like, I'm running away from this
Get
shit.
the fuck out of here. Right? Matt Wright fucking changed his identity. That motherfucker went and got a facelift and everything. Matt Wright said, fuck
Leave that alone.
He did. Matt went and got a fucking facelift. Matt went and changed his whole identity to stay away from this shit, bro.
But I mean, I'll be honest. If you're a comic, like you also have, and you want to make fun of everybody, there's going to be a time where that's tested. Like, this is an example of that. Like, I like making fun of everybody. If I go out and I apologize and I go, okay, I won't make fun of black women anymore, everything I worked for in my career, the ability to make jokes about everybody is gone. Now I'm a fraud. Oh, so this group is okay to make fun of, but not this one? I can't make an Asian joke if I'm not willing to talk about black women. I can't make a Middle Eastern joke if I'm not willing to talk about Jews. I can't make a white girl joke if I'm not willing to talk about Indians. Like, the idea that we make fun of everybody gives us the license to do it. And I understand if you don't know that and out of context, you react poorly. But once you know me, or the people that already do, the OG Brilliant Idiots listeners, the Flagrant listeners, the people around the world that see me tour, they're not surprised in any way about this. They're actually not even surprised about my reaction because they understand that I'm saying what I think is the funniest thing.
I've been telling people all week, this is on brand for him. I do wonder if there's a difference between telling jokes about people and just telling a joke to that person. Like me and Taylor, we all go back and forth in here, right? I don't look at it as Taylor's making jokes on a white guy. I don't look at it as a white guy making jokes on Taylor. I don't think when Taylor jokes on Alex, I don't think Taylor's making jokes about a gay guy. And back and forth. Like, I'm just saying, but you know what I mean? Like, it's just, this is Alex, this is Andrew. Like, the jokes aren't centered in identity, if what I'm saying. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 100%.
So, I don't know.
Yeah, listen.
I'm offended, Charlie. I'm offended by that joke right now.
At this point in life, I say this all the time. If you are offended by Charlamagne, I don't know how I continue to do it. And by the way, not at this point in my life, I'm not even doing shit and causing people to be offended.
They're going to be people offended.
I'm Chucky on the beach.
Listen.
You seen the meme when Chucky's on the beach? I just want peace. I'm cooling. But every day, Charlamagne is this, Charlamagne is that, Charlamagne. I'm like, what the fuck am I doing but minding my goddamn business?
There are going to be people offended by anything. I mean, there are Kendrick fans that are protesting my show in Hawaii, and they're paying people to protest. There's a Craigslist ad out where they're paying them money to show up to the protest.
That's bullshit.
It is what it is. It's just out there.
Yeah, I saw the ad, but I'm saying it's bullshit because ain't none of those people getting paid.
Of course.
If y'all show up to that shit, y'all are not getting $250.
Of course they're not going to get any money. You're not going to get of course you're not. But the idea that there are these people out here that react like that. Now, here's the thing. I'm not even saying that
they don't have nothing else to do.
But here,
give them. Listen, what did Scarface say? What would you do without people like me? You need people like us. We give you a purpose. We give you a reason to even exist.
Yes.
We every day.
Yeah.
Y'all dig up old shit to have something to say.
Yes.
What would you be without people like us?
Yeah.
What would your podcast be?
Yeah.
Because nobody want to hear you. They don't want to hear you talk about you.
Yeah.
What would you be?
Yeah.
What would your tweets be?
Yeah.
What would you have to react to?
You need somebody to talk
Wile E.
about.
Coyote didn't have to roll around in the chase, but we give a fuck about Wile E. Coyote. We don't even give a. If you had the name, if you talk about that show, it's probably Wile E. Coyote is probably the third most important thing on that show. It's the Road Runner, Acme, and then Wile E. Coyote. That's just the truth. Shit that matter. Like, what would you be without us? So it's just like whatever.
And also people in the same way they want to react to us, they also want to react to Kendrick, and they want to show their loyalty and love to him. And like, as annoying as the fans are, I also appreciate how much they support. I appreciate when my fans were out there defending me. Like, it's a pretty awesome feeling. So it's cool to know that people got your back. They understand what you believe in, and they're willing to fight for that. That's pretty awesome. So, I hope Kendrick goes and makes a great fucking show at South Park. Did I point out the hypocrisy in it? Yeah, but is my goal that he makes something funny, and maybe even through that experience he goes, oh wait, maybe oh yeah, maybe we can make jokes about each other, and this is actually kind of cool. And I said something that was like referential, but it doesn't really make sense. And I don't want to tell artists what they can or can't do.
I think Kendrick knows that.
Yeah, I think that's.
I think it's the same thing. We're all
that's
saying
my thing. Is like my assumption about him is he's a very artsy dude, and he appreciates different genres of art. He saw a little clip. He probably doesn't even fucking know who I am, or maybe even didn't even connect me as the comedian to me on the pod. Like he might have seen clips of me on stage, but doesn't even know. He just doesn't.
By the way, you can know that and still not like it though.
Oh no, of course not. Of course
like
not.
I can know comedians have the right to do what they want to do, artists have the right to do what they want to do, and I can still not like it.
Of course. What I'm saying is, I hope that people get it, and I hope that people see it. I hope there's people that right now hate me that go watch some of my jokes and go, oh shit, I wanted to hate him, but that joke's actually kind of funny. And oh, he was making fun of those people, and then he's making fun of those, and he's making fun of himself. Oh, he just kind of makes fun of everybody. It's not that serious. You know?
I just don't want people to think you're clout chasing. I don't want people to think you're not funny.
I can't clout chase if I'm
racist.
Responding.
I don't have a problem with that because you know I think you are too at times.
Only to some groups.
Yeah. We all are though.
That's the definition.
I mean, that was the joke, but see, they won't get that. Only brilliant idiots listeners. Only brilliant idiots listeners. Somebody will take that clip out of context.
I only hate some groups. Does that make me racist?
Yes.
I hate some people.
Yes.
I only treat some unfairly.
We said all of that to simply say thank you to all the OG brilliant idiot listeners.
Yo, and thank you to the new ones.
I watched people in the comments because I was looking at the comments for this just really on our YouTube page.
Yeah.
I was laughing and it brought me joy to watch OG brilliant idiot listeners arguing with people that are new here.
Yep, that was great.
And they like, what are you like, yo? And they're telling them, leave us alone.
Yeah.
And I really wish there was a way for whatever. I think we do like 3-4 million listens a month or some shit like that. I wish there was a way just to keep them.
I stand corrected on my earlier statement. I checked well over 200 million listens.
I mean, that's a lot of listens.
Come on, man.
Yeah. So I think I think.
Come on, man. 11 years, baby.
You have to go through these. In my opinion, you have to go through these kind of rough patches. You have to go.
I don't know any other way.
But that's the thing.
It's like my whole existence.
Otherwise,
I don't know any other way.
No, but think about it. Eventually, people go, "Oh, that's just Charlamagne being Charlamagne," and now there's a whole new group of people that are going to learn, "Oh, that's Schultzy being Schultzy." All the people who already know me know that I'm being consistent throughout this whole thing. Nobody's going, oh, Schultz acting different. They're like, oh yeah, Schultz is being Schultz. Now there's some new people gonna find out. There's new people who found out about you. I remember when you first.
But do I gotta be controversial for every generation?
Yo, remember when you called out Kamala the day before my wedding?
Well, yes. It wasn't a call out, but
you know what I mean? You had a conversation.
Debate, yes.
There was a whole new group. All the old white people at my wedding came up to Charlamagne and me and be like, yo, who are you? That was what? There's a new group of people that found out who you are. But here's the thing. You have to be willing to walk through the fire. You have to fight for your identity. My identity is I like saying wild jokes. I like joking about everybody. The price that I have to pay for that is
everything.
Is everything. But
literally everything.
But goddamn.
No, it's true. No, because I'll tell you something my therapist told me.
But real quick, just to get it up, the price I have to pay with is sometimes people are going to call me racist. They're going to call me sexist. They're going to call me all these things.
You might get punched in the face.
I hope that doesn't happen. But the more you keep telling me,
stop saying.
Yo, the more you keep telling me.
I'm only talking about what happened to me.
Can I tell you something, Charlotte?
Like I wouldn't even say it if I didn't think it was possible.
Uncle Donald, looking at his taxes, yo. He knows too much. I need you looking at Charlotte. He got 5 crystals. He got 7 more coming on the way. There's a lot of tax loopholes that he got going on. I need you to look into that, Uncle Donald. Thank you very much. But the point is, you have to pay the price for your art. All the rap, like if you really want to talk about it for real, and the legacy of West Coast rap, Compton, NWA, what they went through to fight for their music.
Legends.
They went through government interference.
Legends. Just like Uncle Luke.
Now, what they could have said this. Okay, FBI, we'll just make music that you deem okay. They said, fuck that. We gonna make the music that we want. And what happens? Eventually people are like, oh, that's just how they get down. This is their sound, this is their life, and this is how they express themselves. And we all learn how to accept it. If you're not willing to fight for your art, bro, I've achieved everything that I want to achieve in my life. I mean that. Like, I want to have more family, but in terms of career, my goal in stand-up comedy was to headline Madison Square Garden. I did it twice. Like, that was my goal my entire time in comedy. From the beginning, from the day I started to when it happened. That was the goal.
Your goal now should be longevity.
Well, of course, but my point is the only thing that I have to fight for now is what I built, right? Which is the ability to make fun of everybody. This is not the first time I went through this shit. I went through this shit for 17 years. And now I'm gonna fold.
Is your ability
is
it to make fun of everybody or just to be considered funny?
It's to do comedy in the most authentic way to me.
Got you.
And the most authentic way to me is to make fun of everybody without ever considering, is it wrong because I'm a white guy that I'm making this joke about this person? I don't got malice in my heart, bro. If I'm making fun of you, I'm making fun of Taylor, I'm making fun of Chris. How many Asian jokes I made about Chris? He's not even Asian. People just found out Chris not Asian. People
Let me get
just
some
found out.
where are the MAGA jokes then? Are they coming?
Have you not seen my last special?
Yeah, you're right.
Literally, the first joke in the special is all MAGA. Like, I'm making fun of the white boys in the front.
Yeah.
I'm literally, the first joke is something about them being there January 6th, like me making fun of Trump. There's not a group that you could say that I haven't went at. There's not an ideology you could say I haven't went at.
It's interesting, right? Because, I guess people hear commentary, like they'll hear me say certain things, they'll hear you say certain things, and they'll just label you because nobody has any critical thinking skills anymore. I really think that we just think in extremes.
Yeah.
So if you see me with Kamala, I'm a Democratic shell. If I see you with Trump, you MAGA.
I'm MAGA.
That's just the era that we live in. And once they label you, depending how they have you labeled, that's how they judge everything that comes out of your mouth. That's just the way shit is.
Yeah, it's the nature of it, and people are okay to do that. It's okay to do that. Everything's going to be great.
That's right.
And yeah, we're going to have fun. And I just want everybody to know that the IRS is a fantastic institution and they're very diligent in the way that they look into people's taxes. I'm just telling y'all that.
That's a threat.
Listen, I'm just saying.
That's worse than.
What did Matt say? What did Matt say? He said, I wish you peace. For you and your family when it comes to making sure you pay your fair share to the U.S. government.
Salute to Matt Barnes, man.
No, not to Matt.
What you mean?
Like, I know Matt pays the taxes.
Oh, no, yeah, I'm just saying salute to Matt, All the Smoke podcast. You can listen on the Black Effect iHeartRadio podcast network.
I want to get Matt in today. I asked you if he could come in today.
He's on the West Coast, though.
I know.
He's on the West Coast.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, I would, and if we did have him on, I still would want him over Zoom.
Matt's about that action,
Matt is
bro.
about all that action.
Matt is about that action.
Matt ain't even trying to hear it, and he a West Coast.
He want all the smoke.
Matt, no. I can't, no. I be in there calling text. Matt, technical. You know what I'm saying? Like, Matt is with the smoke. Matt was with the smoke on the basketball court, off the basketball court.
He fought other tall guys.
That's what I'm saying.
He's not just fighting regulars.
Matt is a guy who everybody needs to be happy. He's found other things to do. Everybody should be happy that Matt is running a business with all the smoke. He's producing all this great content. Everybody should be happy because there's no telling what Matt Barnes would be if he didn't find basketball in life and then find all of these other things to do after basketball, which is respectable. By the way, him and Steven Jackson.
I'll be honest.
Him and Steven Jackson.
I don't think that's fair.
What?
I think it takes a lot of discipline to be an athlete.
That's what I mean.
But what I'm saying is, like, I would imagine he would apply that discipline to whatever else was his interest. I don't think if he didn't play basketball, he'd be in the streets or whatever. Like, I think if he didn't play basketball, maybe it's entrepreneurship or whatever. But it's not like you're just tall and you get to be in the NBA.
Well, let's be glad we'll never know. Let's be glad people like Matt. I love Matt. Matt is an amazing human being. But your
timeline is off.
We've just seen,
and I need that corrected.
Put your hand down. Watch your tone. When you talk to Matt.
Your timeline is off.
There you go. Okay.
And I need that corrected, please, sir. Okay. Sir, I would like that corrected.
All right. Salute to Matt. Let's play some bills, man. And when we come back, we're going to get into some by any means necessary, man. Talk about some shit other than us, even though we make so much goddamn news. All right. Squarespace. Thanks again to Squarespace for supporting this week's episode of the podcast. Squarespace is the all-in-one website platform for entrepreneurs to stand out and succeed online. Whether you're just starting out or managing a growing brand, Squarespace makes it easy to create a beautiful website, engage with your audience, and sell anything from products to content to time, all in one place, all on your time.